Good morning and welcome to 365 Days of Stories. Amazing stories with Theo Mayer. Here we are on day 116, and I am hopefully going to be finishing the story of the tiger or the jackal. Now, we left the story with Amir Ali refusing to marry the princess, the daughter of the Raja. And the Raja, well, at first he was so angry that he had Amir Ali, who had done him so many favors, thrown into prison. And he resided there for some time while the Raja and his daughter were so upset as to what had taken place. They raged, and with anger they consoled each other. How dare he refuse this wonderful prize of the Raja's daughter, the princess, as a wife? Well, the Raja went to visit Amir Ali to see if he had changed his mind. They actually had a nice relationship with each other, and Amir Ali continued to refuse, but he asked if he could have some time to go bid his mother farewell. And the Raja agreed. Amir Ali had always been a man of his word, completely honest. So the Raja said, fine, but you must come back and meet your fate. And so Amir Ali left. And in the meantime, the Raja, he thought, my daughter, she is of marriageable age. I need to get her a husband, and I need to find someone who's going to take over my kingdom, because he was getting older. And so he arranged to have all of the young men who were interested to come on a certain day and bid their claim to his daughter as a wife. Amir Ali, he went and found his way home, and he shared with his mother and the woodsman and the woodsman's wife what was about to take place, and that he actually shared all of the stories of what had happened to him during this time. And, they listened. And that evening, before Amir Ali returned home, he had been sleeping, and his three parents got together and they talked with each other about what should happen next. Now, Amir Ali did not know that he was, the son of a Raja, the son of a king. In fact, it just so happened that he was the Raja's son. He was the son of the man that he had been serving. Well, they made a plan, and I'll tell you that Amir Ali went back. He was put again in prison to await his fate, and the Raja's temper had cooled down, and he was beginning to wonder how he should really deal with this situation. Definitely did not feel like it was fitting to put Amir Ali to death for refusing to marry his daughter. But he still was feeling like he needed to punish him in some way or another. Well, the day when all of the princes and young men who were seeking the princess's hand in marriage came. And in the early morning, they had arrived and were awaiting their reception from the king. And as they lined up and the first man was about to go greet the Raja, an older, but perhaps wiser, and a very fit woodsman came to the king's court, and he marched right in. He went right into the Raja, into the court. And the Raja looked at him and said, "What is this?" And the woodsman said, "Well, you know, tigers, they only hunt in the forest, whereas jackals, they go wherever they can to pick up a scrap of this or that. Right now, there is a royal tiger raised in the woods, the only one that deserves to rule this kingdom, the only one that is the true heir to this kingdom. All the rest of these men are nothing but jackals, here to try to win something they do not deserve. Just like a scrap of meat, they've come here to try to win your princess's hand in marriage and your kingdom to boot." Oh, the Raja, his eyes grew wide and he was like, "What is this? What is this that you're talking about? I must know." The woodsman went on, "Clear this court of these jackals, and I will tell you." "The court be cleared," the Raja cried out. And all the other men were ushered out of the court. The woodsman went on to tell the Raja that the queen, who he had abandoned, who he had sent away, had been in his care since the day he found her in the woods. And a short time after she came under his care, she had given birth to a strong, virtuous son. And it was indeed Amir Ali, who he had at that point in time imprisoned. Well, the king could hardly believe his ears, but you could tell his face began to redden, and there was some shame, some embarrassment that he began to feel, of course. When he thought back on that day, it was not with joy or happiness that he did so. But now, those uncomfortable feelings worsened as a woodsman called in the queen. His former wife, well, still his wife. In she came. And when he saw her, she still was as beautiful as she was in her youth, perhaps even more beautiful, as age sometimes bestows more beauty on those people who truly embody the light and the love that exists within them. He felt shame and remorse. Oh my gosh. And he really wished he had never ended up taking to wife the mother of the spoiled princess, because that wife caused him endless trouble. She was never satisfied with anything for long. Well, the Raja, he said, I'm done. I no longer wish to do this. And the woodsman said, well, you have ruled well in these years, and your judgments have always been wise. What do you wish? The Raja said, I wish to leave all of this to Amir Ali, and he can take care of the kingdom and make sure that his stepsister has an appropriate husband. And perhaps I will go to the woods and meditate and pray in hopes that I can be forgiven. Well, his former wife looked at him, and in those days, well, things happened differently than they do today. And what I know of the story is the Raja and his original queen, they made amends with each other. And that love that had been there in the beginning was rekindled and there again. But what I've been told is that whenever the king began to exert his will in any kind of a egotistical way, she always looked at him and just spoke a few words. Tiger or jackal? And the king immediately silenced himself. As far as Amir Ali, he went once more to the woods, and he asked the help of the fairy of the forest. The young maiden appeared, and Amir Ali said, I wish you could find me a wife, but there's only one that I will marry. This time, the beautiful maiden did not refuse. They joined hands, and together they embarked on the journey back to what was now Amir Ali's kingdom. They were married, and oh my, they ruled that kingdom in the most beautiful of ways. A kingdom ruled by two loving monarchs. That is a kingdom to live within, because the needs of the people came really before their own, because their needs were taken care of by the fulfillment of love itself. As far as I know, there's not been many a kingdom like it in the world before or since. Now, as for that old woman who Amir Ali broke her water pot, she ended up being a fairy herself that was, I've been told, the fairy godmother of that beautiful maiden. And as soon as her, task was over of making sure that that beautiful maiden was well taken care of, she went on her way back to fairyland, which we can only wonder what fairyland is truly like. So there we have it. The end of the story of the tiger or the jackal. Perhaps we should listen carefully as we, make our way through this world and determine whether we are hearing the cry of a jackal or the mighty roar of a tiger when we are out and about, and which voice we are willing or wanting to follow or be around. Surely there are plenty of jackals in this world today, but how many tigers, how many wild, brought up in the forest, brought up within the laws of nature, individuals do we meet who we could learn from and share our time and energy with? I think those are the people that will lead us truly toward a world that is the kind that we wish to live in. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed and have a good rest of your day.